So hello guys, in this video let's talk about Docker. So Docker is a very important tool for DevOps engineers, for every engineers, because we generally have three types of systems. The first one is Linux, then Windows, and then iOS. And every developer use different machines, different local machines. But when a Linux user develop a application, and it shared, and let's say it is developer 1 and the Windows user is developer 2. So when developer 1 sends its code which is developed in the Linux to Windows, maybe some dependencies are the code only runs on Linux and it is not compatible with the Windows, and same you can say with iOS device. So there are a lot of error handling. So for developer 2 it is very tough task to make that code compatible with Windows. So that's why we use Docker file. Then we use Docker file. So in Docker file we make containers, different containers which is independent of the system. Whatever your system is, it will make a container, and inside, which whether it is a Linux user or a Windows user or iOS developer, the container have all the dependency on which the app will run. Okay, so let's say if you have app 1 and it wants some dependencies to run, so inside this the Docker container have all the dependency which is important for running app 1. And we use some specific commands. So basically it is a island. Let's say it is a island. So it makes our task very easy, our day-to-day life very easy for writing code. So today we will learn 30 commands which are generally used in Docker. So the first command is Docker version. So Docker version is used to see what is the version of Docker. The second command is Docker info. This will display system-wide information. System-wide info about Docker. And the third one is Docker help. This will give you a list of Docker commands. So let's say if you didn't remember what command you will use, then you can take help of Docker. And then these are the commands which are generally used for container management. For container management, we use this command. The first one is Docker ps. Docker ps, this is fourth one. So Docker ps is used to see running containers. And then we use the fifth command is Docker ps a. So this a will give you all the Docker ps command will give you running containers, and the Docker ps all will give you all containers. Maybe some are running, some are stopped, some are exited. The sixth command is Docker run image name. Here is image name. This will run a new container. Then the seventh command is docker run d and then image name. So here d means detached, so it will run a container in detached mode, like you can't see the logs on the terminal. So this will run a new container in detached mode. The eighth one is docker run it image name. So this here is it means interactive mode. AD means detached, it means interactive mode. So this will run a container in interactive mode. The ninth one is docker stop and then container id. This will stop the container. Then docker start for starting a container. Then the 11th one is docker restart. As name suggests, this is used for restarting a container. And we have a we get a container id for each containers, so that we uh, that we use here in the place of container id. Then docker rm container id is used for removing a container. Then docker logs container id vlogs. Then for 14, docker execute interactive, then container id and then pass. So will this execute and this interactive will access a running container shell. Means you can perform commands in actually in the terminal, in the container, like we generally use in command prompt of our Windows. As the same way we use this command for interacting with our container shell. The 15th command is from image management. So earlier we are seeing container management, now we will see image management. In image management, first command, the 15th command is docker images. So docker images will give you all images which are pulled in your system. Then use docker pull image name. For pulling an image, for pulling an image from Docker Hub. The seventh thing is Docker push image name. Push an image. This will push your image to Docker Hub. The 18th command is docker remove image name. This will remove an image from local system. This is his image name and then the path. So this will build an image from a Docker file. Then let's talk about network management. In the network management, the 20th command is network docker network ls. This will list all Docker networks. The 21st command is docker network create. Like container name, then this will create a network. The 22nd command is docker network then network name. So this will give you detailed information about the network. Okay, so docker network inspect docker and the network name will give you the detailed information about the network. And the 23 is docker network connect for connecting. Docker network connect network name container id, connect a container to a network. So this will connect a container to network. The 24th command is docker volume. So this is volume management portion. Docker volume ls for list all volumes. The 25th command is docker volume create for creating a volume. Docker volume create, and the name of volume will give you for a new volume. The 26th command is docker volume inspect, volume name, get detailed info, docker compose up. This will start a service defined as docker component. So this will start services which are defined in docker compose file. The 28th command is docker compose down. So this will stop and remove containers, networks, and volumes which are created by docker compose, which are created by docker compose. So docker compose down will stop and remove all the containers, networks which are created by the docker compose file. And the 29th command is docker system prune. This will remove unused containers, remove unused containers, maybe it's images to networks and volumes. And the 30th command is docker rm dollar docker ps aq. This will remove all stopped containers, remove all stopped containers. So there are many more commands we will make from the docker, but these are the 30 basic commands which we should know in whenever we use docker. So thank you. Please subscribe if you think I am giving you a value, I am adding some knowledge, then please subscribe. Thank you.